Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here. Who's ready to wake up to walk? Who's ready to really attack the day? As ever, was up bright and early, rejoining the Robin Hood Way, following my trek throughout Nottinghamshire from the Robin Hood statue at Nottingham Castle, up, down, across, all over the place, up towards the major oak at Sherwood Forest. Today, I started about a mile ago now, just settling in at Papelwick, just walking up alongside the grounds of Newstead Abbey, to my left, to the west. I plan to do about 3 or 4 miles, heading towards Thieves Wood, just south of Mansfield, before taking a sharp right and heading back towards Blythedale and the east of the county. I mentioned in previous weeks how much it sort of weaves about and already just there, and it really does. This is a classic example. Really looking forward to getting stuck in today. It's not actually a part of the county I'm all too familiar with, whilst I only grew up about 4 miles south of here. Do you know, and I like to think I know several places. Sorry, I'm just checking I'm still going the right way. Whilst I know several places in the county, don't really know this place, so really enjoying being out somewhere different. Not seeing a soul, been out for about half an hour already. Feels really eerie all of a sudden. But as the poet Lord Byron said, in solitude we're not alone. Definitely feels like that. Probably say that in not so straightforward words every week. But the reason I mentioned Byron there, of course, is because Newstead Abbey is synonymous with Lord Byron, the famous poet. Really sort of strong connection there. Newstead itself was owned by the monastery until the 15th century, I believe. Not that good on history, despite the fact I try and reel off some of these facts. But until Henry VIII passed it on to the Byron family, kind of the estate went through the mill a little bit from that point. The Byrons didn't really look after it, whether it was debt or several reasons. It went in, the estate went into sort of disrepair, became a little bit derelict, before sort of landing at the feet of Byron in the early 18th century. And whilst he refers to it quite a lot and he romances about it in his poems and talks about his fondness, the reality is he didn't even live here that long. Spent a lot of his time in Europe or in London, you know. But there were emotional ties, so one way or another he always found his way back to this part of the world. And like I say, a lot of those poems kind of relate to it, so it's great for us as locals to have that kind of reference. You know, I've just been reading some of his lines. Absolutely brilliant, really, for what I'm doing here. That one I just reeled off. You know, it makes you sort of realise that you don't quite need so many words. Probably, whilst I think I'm doing something straightforward, probably overcomplicating it a little bit. But I'm not a famous poet either, am I? All I am is enjoying being up and at it, being somewhere where I can take myself away, you know, get into the nature. Another one of his really famous lines was, he loves not man less, but nature more. Whilst I get his sentiment, I'm not quite sure that's strictly true. If you read his Wikipedia page, he loved man, you know, quite a lot. I'll leave that to your imagination and for you to check out, but you'll get what I mean if you take a look. So yeah, just doing what I do, just getting about business. Really feeling positive right now, feeling really sort of happy about everything I'm doing. This is really coming into its own, but it's almost a metaphor as well, because everything I'm doing, you know, whilst I don't want to show off, I don't want to sort of be egotistical about it, but just really sort of starting to feel that things are coming together, you know, whether it's this walk and getting getting into it and enjoying it, or whether it's, you know, getting back to the running and the groups. You know, it's been absolutely fantastic. You know, feeling really positive this week because of that. You know, or whether it's the work being done quietly to sort of extend the offering. You know, working on several projects with my passion, do running. You know, to keep delivering. You know, and it, like I say, it just feels like it's starting to come together again, and I have to sort of appreciate that and enjoy it while it happens, because I know as much as anybody, you know, that feeling quickly dissipates. You know, it disappears sometimes without any warning or sort of anything to indicate that you're not going to quite feel so good. So right now I'm absolutely buzzing and flying, and that's probably all down to getting out running this week. Since I've made my latest comeback, probably got out 3 or 4 times. Yesterday, gave it a real effort, did some coaching with the guys, managed to push myself a little bit more as well, which in terms of satisfaction, you know, put a smile on my face, you know, and then you start looking at everything and sort of putting everything back together. If I can do this, and some positive meetings I've had, and the spirit within the Do Running group, and completing the calendar by putting the solidarity session back in, you know, what's not to enjoy? Feeling really pleased with myself, really proud of everything, you know, proud of the effort that's been put in, you know, because at times you can sort of get carried along and not realise how far you come. I was having a conversation yesterday about sort of taking things forward in relation to nature, actually, and how we can deliver activities to support people's mental health around it. You know, but had to kind of think back to where that came from, and came from the City Slickers group. Anyone who doesn't know that, and the significance of why I'm mentioning it, is it's only a small thing, but somebody's noticed, and from that one connection's led to another, by working hard, by putting myself out there, you know, every Tuesday in Nottingham City Centre, not knowing who's going to come along. You know, one opportunity's led to another, and it's taken a while. I always said, do running and this sort of passion to build something sustainable and take forward, which would make me really, really happy, was always going to be a slow burner. But that doesn't matter, does it? You know, because I'm enjoying the journey. Just like the Robin Hood way, you know, a bit of a slow burner, but I'm enjoying getting stuck into it, and I'm enjoying the way things come. I don't do it for some of the materialistic reasons. So whilst some of those will be nice at times, some of those will make it easier, you know, sort of battling against the ups and downs of life and everything, sort of a labour of love like that. Not that it is a labour of love, but obviously at times, you know, I have to put that kind of commitment and effort and forget about why I really enjoy it and just really get stuck in. You know, it's just important to keep remembering that in every walk of life, isn't it? Whilst a lot of us get up, I still work, I still go to work. You know, we get up every day, go to work, do jobs that sometimes we don't enjoy. You know, what does it really mean at the end of the day if you can't get out there and enjoy yourself? We have to make that sacrifice, and that's what I'm doing, you know, with the longer term aim of really sort of seeing something to a conclusion. I'm not wordy like Byron, as you know, should know by now if you've watched it, but seeing it through to a conclusion, you know, and then feeling that ultimate satisfaction, knowing you did it for all the right reasons. And that's definitely why I'm feeling good now. It's not nowhere near a conclusion, but 1 or 2 green shoots of success to come from it. You know, not that I feel it's been unsuccessful, but like I say, it's been a slow burner. And in life, if we can accept that, you know, if you can accept that we're not entitled, we're not privileged all the time, we have to take the ups and the downs, life's really unfair, isn't it? You know, through all this positivity, there's still a lot for me to be concerned about. You know, and getting out running was just sort of the tip of the iceberg almost, because personally I've had one or two real issues with my health. You know, nothing that's gonna sort of finish me off, but one or two issues that need addressing, so I've had to address them. So again, by sort of kicking in this week with a brand new health kick, feeling really positive about myself and absolutely what I'm doing, and I think that's important. Just passing the dog. Hi, morning. So yeah, that's really important to keep doing that, keep being positive, and keep doing what I'm doing here. When I can get out today, just actually seeing somebody there, which makes me feel at ease a little bit, knowing that I might actually still be on the right track, although I can't really go wrong. Not seeing one of these way markers that I stumbled across more latterly during the journey, which have been a real help. But like I say, it doesn't matter anyway, does it? Because we don't always know where we're going. Do you know, I've touched on there about working hard and doing what we do. Do you know, nobody knows what's going to happen next. So all you can do is just keep planning and preparing the best you possibly can. Getting up, attacking the day, every day. Of course I do it on a Friday. I'd love to do it a lot more, but we need to do it every single day, don't we? Because if we plan and prepare, we generally do what we say we're going to do. You know, you might think you're demotivated, you might think you can't get up and do things, or you get distracted quite easily, but the reality is we do the biggest percentage of everything we plan. You know, and if things go wrong, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? Things go wrong, that's life. We go again. Started the week, it's been the theme this week, hasn't it? Started the week by saying we go again. You know, and that's all I've done. By having that attitude on Monday, you know, realising I needed to make that change. I spoke about it in relation to my health. You know, go on a bit of a kick. You know, it's been fantastic to keep reminding myself of that. You know, I've said it probably every day on DOdaily. You know, and whilst probably done it unintentionally, you know, subconsciously, it's that reminder, isn't it? We go again every day, and the longer I believe that, you know, the longer I can keep getting back onto the good habits, but on with what I want to do, because that's a positive mind frame, isn't it? You know, if we get to a point where we give in, you know, it's not great. The situation, the world around us, it's been extremely difficult. So it's even more reason to realise that it's okay not to succeed every day. It's okay to have a blip. I spoke a lot at the start of the year about how I was really on it, the running was going well, the weight loss, you know, all these things that I know work for me, I need to work at constantly. And then in May, if I'm honest, kind of fell off the wagon with it all, let it all slide, you know, not on purpose, not consciously, but one thing leads to another. But like I say, you just sort of realise then that you go again and you kick in, and before you know it, you realise it, you're building that resilience, you're realising that no matter how many times it slips, you've always got an opportunity to put it right. I've tried to impress this message on people, you know, you're never too old, you're never too big, you're never this, that or the other to not try. You know, not everybody buys into it. There's people around me who I wish would, you know, but we go again, don't we? You know, if you can get that into your mind, you know, you've got a chance. You know, life's really, really important to enjoy. We're not here long enough, you know. We're kind of insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but in our own little worlds, in our own sort of community, we can make a bit of a difference. And to be honest, that's all I'm trying to do. I'll keep working at it, you know, I'll keep working at trying to be a little bit more articulate, Be more like Byron in some ways, not in others. You'll know what I mean if you read that Wikipedia. And just keep enjoying it, you know. If you can get up on a Friday morning and get out for a walk, listen to that. Show you around me. I'm not sure where that traffic cone's come from, but listen to that noise. It just feels amazing. Not quite sure where I'm going now, so I'm gonna sign off for the week. Really looking forward to the weekend. Of course, spoke on Thursday Thoughts about the football and the Euros. Real passion of mine, something to really get excited about. Again, something I use as distraction, but use to enjoy, you know. It builds spirit, it builds community when it's going well. So hopefully England will get off to a flyer. I'll leave you with this week's Saturday selfie. What else could it be? I've already introduced it in previous episodes. Football related. Get your football shirts on, get your flags out, whatever it is, you know. Run past the football stadium, take a picture. Whatever works for you, you know. Get out tomorrow, take a picture. Whether it's a walk, a bike ride, you know, absolutely whatever activity you choose. Help me keep inspiring people to stay active. If we can get some sort of activity in every day, like I said before, if you can do it early, all the better. But post up your football related selfies. The links to the social media will be at the end of the video. Tag us in and we'd love to share them. You know, I'd love to see them anyway, if no one else would. I'll have my shirt on. I might venture around some football grounds, you know, not too far from home. So, until Monday, have a great weekend. Hopefully, the situation keeps improving. Like I say, hopefully England get off to an absolute flyer. But whatever you're doing, whether it's football related, whether it's family related, whatever you've got, whether it's a staycation, you know, lots of people using the fantastic weather, you know, just make the absolute most of it. And if it doesn't quite work out the way you planned, we go again. Until Monday, guys, and Monday motivation, just doing it.